Hey guys, what is up? This is Joe. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of talk about some of the stuff that needs to be changed about Black Ops 2. Obviously, there's a lot of problems with the game, and maybe through some other people's eyes, they're not as big of a problem as I see. Like some people might see snipers as still being overpowered, and I think that the SVU and XP are extremely, like, they need to be, something needs to be done about those two. I think the DSR and the Ballista, they're underpowered now because the Ballista fires as fast as like how fast the DSR used to be, except the damage on it sucks. It feels like I'm running around with a fucking Nerf gun. But the DSR, you kind of need to get a collateral now to get even a feed at all. Maybe if you hit like every single quick scope, like without drag scoping, you can get feeds. But I'm not sure. But the Ballista, you gotta get lucky to get all one-hit kills, unless you're like hitting them in the head, I guess. But I've been getting a lot of hit markers like lately, like even more than usual. But in this game, I'm obviously using a pistol. This is my first time really ever using this, and it is kind of ridiculous how good I can do. And the reason I say that is because it's a secondary, and I know, like, in real life, pistols are pretty serious guns. But this is arcade kind of like game. It's not realistic, but I mean, why should a pistol be able to get 2 and 3 shot kills almost all the time? And obviously I'm not that great with it, but I still have too good of a game for my first try. It barely has really any recoil at all, and if you have a mod, it can be one of the best guns in the game, other than the FAL, which is still a ridiculous gun. And the reason I say this is because people can just run around with this gun and destroy you, but also you can shoot somebody like once and then switch to it and get almost an instant kill. Like, just one shot them. It's already just way too strong. And I really don't understand why it's this powerful, because secondaries don't need to be, like, they should be like a last-ditch effort gun, I guess you could say, as you trying to get a kill. It's almost about as bad. I'm not sure which one pisses me off more, people running around with pistols, or people, secondaries I should say, or people running around with C4s. Because C4s, they definitely need to do something about those. C4s, a way to fix those I could just see is maybe calming down, like maybe tightening up the blast radius so it's not as like wide, and just making it so they can't throw it as far, because you can throw it like you're a QB and just it's ridiculous. Like, you can jump and throw it and you can get hit like 30 some feet. It's ridiculous. Like, and you really shouldn't be able to get it that far. At one point in this game, I do pick up an AN, and apparently they patched it to make it worse, but I kind of ripped shit up with it for about a minute, and that thing, it seems like there's nothing at all changed about it. I feel as though they said that they calmed down the first 3 shots, like they're not as fast or something, but I can't feel a difference at all with that gun. I guess maybe if you use them more, because maybe if you use it all the time, maybe, but it just kind of seems like it makes it so like that 3rd shot, I think, is like what they did the most about it. I'm pretty sure they said like they made it so the 3rd shot doesn't come out as fast and the first shots are exactly the same. But what it does is it kind of makes it so it's easier to aim, like for the first 3 shots, because you get those first 2 like out fast, and the recoil kind of pushes it up a little bit, and then it has a long enough time to come back down and readjust itself right on to like where you want to be aiming, and that's kind of a problem too. But the other things I want to talk about is the other guns that need to be fixed, or secondaries, or even just guns that need to be. I'm gonna start off with the SVU. The SVU definitely needs to have a big change, because that is probably the best gun in this game right now. And if you don't think it is, you should definitely just don't try it out when I'm in your game, because I'm gonna probably just throw my Xbox out the window. But you can just use that gun, and it is good at all ranges. You just spray people, and it has barely any recoil at all. It does not bounce. It does not, like, it does bounce, but it's not enough to where it really matters, because you can kill people in 2 shots, or you can get one-shot headshots on them. They definitely need to make it so, like, you cannot fire that gun as fast, and it has a lot more recoil, at least when you're spraying it. Because I was using it the other day just to try it out, because I picked it up off the ground, and I easily got not a VTOL warship, a Lodestar. And I mean, yeah, you can get them, but I got the Lodestar from, I was probably on a 5-kill streak when I first got it, and I got the Lodestar within a minute and like 10 seconds. And I'll try. I think I might sell the gameplay on here. If not, I'll make one. But it's just a ridiculous gun. And the XPR, it seems like ever since they patched the snipers, like the bolt actions, people think that they need to snipe and just spray. I don't know why it goes through their mind, because they can still use the bolt action, but for some reason snipers think, like, feeders, I guess you could say, not like feeders that are like good, but like that, since they patched the it's not all of them, it's not even that a lot, but they seem to think that since they patched the DSR and Ballista, that kill feeds from the XPR and SVU just spraying are appropriate to use now. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they think, but it seems to be like that's the reason a lot of them use it. It's just to go out there and just spray as much as they can and get as many kills. And that is a big problem, because that basically makes it so, because if you get hit once and your gun's basically hitting the ceiling, like, it bounces up so much, because it's basically duct taped to your forehead. And if you guys don't get that, that's another thing that needs to be changed about this game. You should not be able to have just your head appearing over the, like, cover. Like, you should have at least half your body to, like, where you would be actually carrying your gun. I'm not sure if you, like, what they would do about that, but, it just seems like, just, like, the tip of your head should not be able to be above it. Because that basically is saying that your gun is on your forehead and not by your side or up against your shoulder, where you would be having it at. Next thing, I would go to shotguns. I think the damage and definitely the range on the Remington needs to be calmed down, just because, like, that gun has, like, if you hit somebody, if you have the long barrel or whatever and you hit somebody, it basically has like 35 feet of range on that. And in this kind of game where these maps are just kind of tight together and it's just kind of overwhelming, like, on any map. And I think the KSG needs to get the range back down, because even though it's a slug, I know, and it's just way too easy to aim. And they might not understand that, like, just because, like, you get one shot, it's basically, like, it's basically a sniper that's really easy to aim. Like, even easier than regular snipers, I could guess, you could say. And it's just too easy. Let's go to submachine guns. Submachine guns, you definitely gotta add in a lot more recoil, because you can use the MSMC with quick draw and long barrel, and, like, it's basically no recoil at all, or kickback. Like, it doesn't bounce up when you're shooting that much. The only gun that I can really say that has a lot of kickback is probably the Vector. I think the Vector does have quite a lot for what it is. But, like, the MP7 has, like, a weird kickback. I think it kicks to the side, which is weird. But that, like, they just need to add way more recoil to that. Let's go to the assault shields. Assault shields definitely need to be able to be, like, broken, like, through the, like, when you're shooting them, you should be able to break through the glass by shooting them. Because I'm pretty sure in real life, after taking so much damage and cracking, it would not just stay together. Light machine guns. You should not have a gun that has a 100-round clip and does 2 to 3 shot kills and fires that fast with that little amount of recoil. That is ridiculous. And also, when you put an attachment on there, like the target finder, which, if you have not heard anybody complain about that, that is huge. the way that they could really fix that is to make it so if you're not, if your whole body is not showing, like 75% of your body is not showing, then it should not like target you at all. Or if like it has like a certain range, like within like 70 feet, I guess you could say, I could see that maybe helping it a lot. And also, assault rifles, I mean, they're assault rifles. You should probably run a little slower with them or sprint slower. And they should have more kickback too, I think. Because that mate is kind of ridiculous. If you've ever used that gun, it's pretty amazing. And it just needs to be changed. But thank you for listening to this. Like and subscription would be amazing. I hope you have a great day. I just messed up that really bad. I hope you guys have a great day. A like and a subscription would be amazing. And if you guys like me talking, thank you.